Hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Carrie, and I have a Dollar Tree haul for you guys today. I don't have a whole lot of stuff this week. I didn't get out as much to the Dollar Tree as I normally do, and when I did, they just really didn't. Seemed like I missed some things, or maybe they just didn't have as much. I don't know, but I still got some great items, and I'm totally happy with my haul. So we'll go ahead and get started with the food items first, as always. So I did pick up a couple of these Sprecher cream sodas. I grabbed a couple of these. My son likes these. They are the Sprecher. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's Sprecher brand. It's 33% more. It says 6 ounces versus 12 ounces. It says it's made with honey, which is a natural antioxidant. These are brewed in Glendale, Wisconsin. And it's fire brewed craft soda. So, and he likes the cream sodas, so I always grab a couple of when I see them. Well, actually, I had quit doing it, and he said something, so I guess he actually does like them. So I picked up some more. I picked up a box of these Monet crackers. I think I hauled a box of these last week. I made some chicken salad and tried those. I also tried those entertaining crackers that are in the black box that I had hauled a while back. I don't care for those. The first one that was, I think, in the red, it has like 3 sleeves of crackers in it. One was like rosemary and something, and one's vegetable, and then there's a plain or just salted. And they look kind of like the Ritz crackers. They're round. The red one, which is the rosemary one, is the first one I opened. It was good. The second one I opened was the vegetable one. I kept thinking there was an off taste. And I'm like, surely it's not the chicken salad, because I had just ate the chicken salad the day before with the other crackers. And so then I was like, I just ate the crackers alone. I'm like, oh. I even tried to feed one to my dog, and my dog wouldn't even eat it. Now, I haven't opened the just salted ones, because that just turned me off so much that I ended up opening the box of these. And I do really like these. So I saw these again, and I picked them up, because I know they don't always have them. So I went ahead and grabbed another box to have on hand. So like those. These are the Monet Original Entertainer crackers. I was going to say it's a 7-ounce container. And they usually have, well, not usually, but they have them off and on. It's kind of a repeat offender, if you will. So I have me a little apple juice, one of these Martinelli apple juices that I hauled last week. So y'all can get you a snack or a drink. That way you can add some stuff to your list. And speaking of, I actually grabbed a couple more of these. I don't hardly ever see these. And when I do, the box is usually empty because people grab them up real quick. I try not to be too greedy, and I just grab a couple at a time. That way, leave some for other people. And plus, I don't need all the apple juice really, but I like it. It's really good. I did pick up another one of these Martha White honey cornbreads. I don't know if they have these. Like, I don't know if I've seen these like at Walmart. Now, the other muffin mixes, I don't think I'm going to pick up anymore. I did a price check with last time I was at Walmart, and their Martha White muffin mixes are $1.24. So you're not really getting that good of a deal. So I don't know that I'll pick those up anymore. I wasn't sure if I've seen these honey cornbread mixes. And I actually really like these. I almost want to say I like these better than the Jiffy cornbread. But I am going to check and see. Now, you know, Dollar Tree has the Jiffy too, but they have theirs, it's like 79 cents, I want to say, versus the $1.25. But I wanted, because I like these really well. So I went ahead and picked up another one, but I am going to check it next time and see if Walmart has them. I'm sure they do, though, and it's probably super cheap. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I grabbed, and another thing with these spices, like I had stopped at Aldi, and the Aldi spices are pretty cheap. So I don't know at $1.25 if it's going to be, you know, unless it's like a name brand. Like this is the Morton Seasonal. You know, I think that was probably a good deal at $1.25. But like the Kelowna brand, I did get it because it, you know, I don't know, like if the ground sage, if they have it in the cheaper ones, I didn't look at that part. But like, you know, like your garlic salt or garlic powder and onion powder and all that, like those are like 88, or they were like 88 cents at one point at Walmart even. So I don't know that those are such a great deal at Dollar Tree. Just, you know, they did have the crushed rosemary in the Supreme Tradition brand. So I did pick that up. These are kind of a seasonal item that I know of. I don't think I usually see these, you know, around Thanksgiving time is when they start getting in a lot of the spices, or, you know, holiday time. But like the name brand stuff that they get in, that like, I can't remember that one that we got that was like the big huge container of it was like 3 different spices. I know like the first base layer was like pepper and salt and garlic. And then there was like a second layer and then a third layer, like stuff like that, you know. Yeah, $1.25 is probably a good deal. But like these, like the Kelowna brand, that's like the garlic or onion powder. Unless you're just there and it's convenient, I would hold off if I was y'all. Just my 2 cents. And that's what I'm going to do. Now, I was excited to see this because it's something I always get excited when it's something my son likes. Well, we hope he likes it. But he likes tomato soup. And they had the Annie's Organic tomato soup. It's a 14.3 ounce can. I'm trying to remember. Did I look at the date on these? Yeah, I did. March of 2026. So you still got plenty of time on these. And can you really beat, like, that's a pretty good price, $1.25 for some organic, healthy tomato soup. So I grabbed, I think 3 or 4 cans of this, because I thought I was taking a chance on whether he would like it or not. And it is a vegetarian soup, which sometimes you have to watch out of like the added things in there. And it is also made with cane sugar, so that's another thing. So all good things. And I'm trying to think, I have one other item that's food. And I got this. These are not the best, but I like them. They're the little Dutch made old-fashioned ginger snaps. I love some ginger snaps. Now, I will say these are quite crispy, which I think they are a snap. They're good with coffee. And you know, you guys, I have to have a little something with my coffee usually. I like to have a little something to dip in it. And these are perfect. And I have always loved ginger snaps. I know not everybody likes them, but I do. But you guys remember I was eating these and I was thinking, I remember the taste always takes me back to when I was a kid. And is it Archway? Is that the brand that would come? And they were like this big around, the cookies, and they had like a little sprinkling of sugar on them, and they were just in a small package. You didn't get a whole lot in a thing, but one cookie was enough. Like, it was a big serving. Well, at least as a kid. Now I could probably eat the whole package. But anyways, but they're real soft. Do you guys remember those? think it was Archway. This is red and white. Anyway, they used to have gingerbread cookies. I don't think they called them ginger snaps, but anyways, that's what the flavor was reminding me of when I was eating these. And I opened it up and was eating them in the car because, you know, I had to have a snack. I had to have a snack. So that's all I got in the food. I picked up one thing in the cleaning aisle just because I'm curious. They come out with these, and I don't know if they're new, but they're Palmex laundry detergent packs. Have you guys used these or have you seen them? They did have it in the 10 count versus the 8 count, I guess they usually have. I don't know if that's just a trick to get you to try them. But I was just curious, like, how good these are. And, like, if they smell good, if they work good. Never know. And they're good just to have in a pinch, you know, like you can throw them in your travel bag, like if you stay at an Airbnb and you need some laundry done or something. Like the last time we went to Charleston and we stayed in an Airbnb. Luckily, the Airbnb had, it had a washer and dryer, but they also had some pods there to be used. And my dog had, because I had to kennel her while we were gone. That was part of the rules of the Airbnb. And she spilled the water bowl because I have a water bowl that attaches to the side of the kennel, but I forgot it. And so I had to put her water down inside it, and she got her water turned over and all over her bedding. So I had to wash her bedding. And anyways, stuff like this would be nice to have to take with you. And that was all I got in the cleaning aisle because I hardly look in the cleaning aisle since they went up to $1.50. I do like glance over there as I'm walking by, but I don't like go and just like search it out because, you know, $1.50 kind of ticks me off. There is a bag of things that I am missing though because I know I got, there's some other, hang on. Okay, sorry. I knew there was another bag of things because it looked like my haul was really light, like lighter than I expected. So there are a couple more food items, but on that same topic that I was talking about, I hardly ever look in the cleaning. I mean, I look as I walk by, but I'm not like searching out the cleaning stuff anymore because I just don't feel the $1.50 is just, I don't know. It just really makes me mad. And some of it, I just don't think it's worth it. Especially when you can go to Dollar General and get some of it for $1, you know. Anyway, I think sometimes I think Dollar Tree is getting a little too big for their britches, if you know what I'm saying. So let me go over a couple of the things, the food items that I just pulled out of here. So I did pick up even though I got burned by the last trail mix I bought, this is the tropical fruit trail mix. So it has raisins, banana chips, papayas, pineapples, and coconut chips. I didn't figure you could like run that. But that other one, the sweet and spicy or whatever it was horrible. But I figure like dried fruit, can you really, like it's fruit, like we'll see. We'll see if they messed it up. And then I picked up, because I don't know, because I've never seen the red velvet cake there. Have we seen this before at Dollar Tree? I wasn't sure, but I grabbed it just to have on hand. I love red velvet cake. So grabbed one of those. And then they also had this lower sugar cake mix. I wish they had like, did they have a lower sugar frosting? Would have been nice if they'd had that to go with it, but I wonder what this costs in the regular stores. I'm going to have to price check it. And like, is it just literally less sugar or I don't know. Like, let's compare calorie to calorie. Okay, well, So calorie to calorie on here, it says for one serving, it's 160 calories on both of these. But they get you with this packaging stuff. So, but a serving size is 1/9 of a package versus 1/10 of a package. Did they just like dupe us on the, like, did they? Oh, these food companies. Well, I guess it is also Betty Crocker versus Pillsbury, but that's kind of crazy that that's, I don't know. Anyway, y'all, the lower sugar, don't get it twisted. It's just saying have a smaller serving, which we knew, right? Especially if you're diabetic, y'all diabetics know that you can't have the regular servings. It's just harder to do than, it's just hard to do. All right. So that's the food items. Oh, and then I had picked up these, I saw these sandwich bags, well, what are they called? Sandwich bags, but they're paper sandwich bags. And it comes with little stickers. I'm just going to open it and look at them. So you can feel bougie, like you went to Panera or something. Oop. It's just a cute little package. Probably, is it worth $1.50? I don't know. How many you get? You get 20 bags and 20 stickers. So then you get the little stickers to close up your bag with. I mean, it's cute. And good for the environment and all the things. I was just curious. Will I probably continue to purchase these? Unless I find a really good use for them. Probably not, but I was curious and I wanted y'all to see as well. So you know what you're getting. But, I mean, is it worth $1.50? Probably, as far as like, it would be priced that probably at another store or more, But is it something I would normally go for? Probably not. But anyway, we came, we saw, we conquered. So I picked up some of these makeup removers. They are the Biofill. I don't know if I've ever seen that brand, but it is compared to Neutrogena makeup remover cleansing towelettes. You get 25 in here. It does have the little door, which I like. I wasn't always a makeup makeup remover towelette fan in the past, but because I was buying more and more, because Dollar Tree there for a while had like those you got the 3 stack packages of the towelettes. I started using them at night, because sometimes I'm just too tired to take off my makeup at night, and it's easy to grab a couple of these towelettes and clean your face off real quick, slap some moisturizer on and go to bed. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to do the whole routine. And so I don't know, I kind of like it. So I do still, do a whole face washing or whatever, especially if I shower at night or whatever. But if I'm just like super tired, I will use these and call it good. And that's better than not washing your face at all. So I like these. And also for travel. That's another thing. They had the petroleum jelly skin protectant. It's in the Care-All brand. I've been using, the little sticks that they had that were compared to the Vaseline. It looks like a big chapstick, but it's like that big around. And then they had it in the cocoa butter as well. I have one that I keep by my bed, and I've been rubbing that into my cuticles, and because the allergies have been so intense, that if I just can't get the itching to stop, sometimes if I just rub the petroleum jelly on my eyelids, around my eyelashes, it I don't know, it just coats it enough to make it stop itching, long enough for me to go to sleep, you know? But I've also been like rubbing it on my hands. My hands have been so dry lately. But I saw this and I thought, well, that'll be nice to rub on my hands because it's a little, you know, less thick, I guess. We'll see. So that's what I got that for. And it is a 3-ounce container. And it says compare to Vaseline Intensive Care Deep Moisture Body Cream. So there you go. They had, I don't know what brand this is. Beauty Impressions. It's a nourishing lip balm. It's a new one. I've not seen this brand. I don't know if that's a new brand for Dollar Tree, if it's a name brand of some sort. Manufactured for and distributed by Cure Life in New York, New York. So it's they had 3 different kinds. This is the vanilla cherry scented. It's with squalene and amino acids. I'm gonna open it. It looks like fun packaging too, you know? Like they have, all these companies have to come up with something to make them stand out. Oh, cute. It's like a little, look at the little applicator. So, ooh, and it does smell good. Oh, well, that was nice. Ooh, and it feels nice too. I don't know if you can see. It does have a nice feel to it. I have lipstick on, or I would put it on my, well, I guess I can put it over my lipstick. I don't know that I like the scent and the flavor don't match. And it just kind of, I don't know if I'm gonna like that. I like the scent of it, but it doesn't match the flavor. You know what I mean? Like you expect it to be sweet and it's not. But it does feel nice. So there's that. And look for these. They have 3 different ones. I can't remember what the other flavors were though. But I like cherry. I always like cherry chapstick. But yeah, I don't know. I'll have to get past that initial whatever. So they had the I'm going to butcher it. Merceray. I don't know. Merceray. Whatever. This brand. So they had the Velvet Veil. They had a bronzer as well. I didn't get that. I don't need any bronzer. I've got tons of bronzer and I don't use it. But this is a pressed finishing powder. It's ultra blurring formula, and I've heard other people say that it was really nice. It says it's for light to medium skin tones. Let's see if I can. It has like a light scent to it. Try not to put it there. I mean, I don't know that I'm going to be able to show you anything, but what makes it good is if it makes your pores disappear, you know. But we'll give it a shot. It's 0.25 ounces. So yeah, it's nice for $1.25. I like that. It says get HD camera ready. Provides translucent coverage and blurs pores. That's what I need. That is what I need. I wish it'd blur wrinkles too, but you know. They also had the eyeliners out. Now I noticed that like in the black color they had the regular and the waterproof. But they actually have brown, which they don't usually have. And when I saw that, I scooped it up real quick. I'm not a big fan of the liquid eyeliner because I'm not good at it. I always have to put my eyeliner on and then like smudge it. I've never been real like good with the precision of it, but I want to give it a try. This says it's highly pigmented color and dries quickly to last all day. So, but they didn't have the brown in the waterproof, which is okay. I don't plan on going swimming in it or nothing. So, that's not bad. Like, surely I can. There it is. And if you wanted to see the tip, let's see. So there's that. And like I said, they had it in black. So if you guys like the black, they definitely have that. I want to try this, and then if I like it, I might go back and get more because it's hard to find the brown that's nice. And look at that. It's already dry, and I'm rubbing it, and it's not budging. So yeah, I wish I had got 2 of these. That's how that always works. Nice. All right. Not too much on skincare this week because they didn't have anything. You know, I wouldn't be able to pass it up if they did, but they did have these. This is for face and body. It's a sheer melon. This watermelon scented happy skin, healthy skin. Look at that packaging. It just makes you want to try it. So I don't know, like, is this part of it or I don't know. There's tea tree oil and glycolic acid. It's a body and face serum. So let's see. Okay. So it comes out kind of a opaque? You know, it's a serum. And it's that, you know, the plasticky watermelon scent. So I don't love the scent. But it goes away pretty quick, seems like. Yeah. Feels nice. I don't know if am I gonna put this on my face or I mean it's not sticky. It's not bad at all. I don't know if I'll put it on my face. I might put it on my body, but I don't know. And then I got the other one, which is, let's see, this is the sheer melon. And then I got the other one that's berry glowy. Can't hardly see it. And this one is mixed berry scented, and it brightens and plumps. This detoxifies and clarifies. So let's smell this one. I'm like still trying to decide if I like the watermelon one. I'm gonna put this up. Let's try here. I'm gonna try not to get the smells mixed up. Ooh, that is like a like my immediate reaction was that smells like, you know, like the fake scented, like the flavored cough syrup, like the medicine you get, like prescription liquid medicine. That smells like berry. That's kind of what it smells like to me. So this one has more of a creamy texture to it. Like, I don't know if you can see it. It's not showing up real good, but it's kind of creamy going on. So it doesn't rub in as fast. But I guess because this is a brighten and plump, this is with vitamin C and hyaluronic acid. The other one, well, yeah, we said that was tea tree and glycolic. So it's, you know, more moisturizing than the other one was. I definitely like the watermelon one better. But I guess it depends on what you want it for. Cool to try. I'm glad the bottles are small because I don't know if I'll get through it or not. The berry one, I'm just really turned off by that smell. But y'all might like it, you know? It also kind of reminds me of like the strawberry shortcake dolls. Not strawberry shortcake herself, but some of the other ones that had the berry flavors or the berry smells to them. And they had that plasticky smell. So if you had like a little girl, they might like these, you know? A little, I would say like 7, 8, 9. You know what I mean? Like they might like this kind of, because of the packaging and everything kind of goes. So like if they're kind of getting into the whole skincare stuff, they would probably like that. That's probably more who that's geared for. Okay, and then last week I had hauled the Natural Scents had come out with the, what was it, the heat protectant. And this week I found the rice water. And I seen somebody else had hauled, it was like rosemary and something for hair growth. And that's the one I really need. But this is rice water. It's hair shining mist. Shiny, smooth hair, nourishes, hydrates for all hair types. So, and it does say this is made in India. I'm like wondering, like, is this really like moisturizing and strengthening spray for healthy looking hair? Product is infused with rice water, which restores hair from damage and dryness, provides shine, improves elasticity, and prevents breakage for healthy, nourished hair. And I will not. So it's got bran water, Orza sativa rice bran water. And then it's got other things like glycerin and other panthenol. We'll try it and see. And again, I really like the little spray bottle part. I like that it locks. So like, even if you didn't really like this product, I mean, it's not a lot of product. And if you were taking a trip, you could always put your hair products in this and it locks well. Anyways, just a thought. You could reuse it for something else. Oh, and one other thing I found in the beauty aisle was this Sassy and Chic. I only got one. It's cosmetic vacuum travel bottle. I'm not sure how that works. I'm going to open it. I would assume that it just vacuums up whatever product that you need. Does it have? It has no instructions on it. You know, that would be helpful. How does it work? I don't understand. Oh. Let's just try it. Let's just try it, guys. I think I have it. Maybe. Is it doing anything? I don't know if it's doing anything. Am I doing that wrong? I don't know. I thought that you would just, but nothing's happening. Am I doing it wrong? It would be helpful if they gave you instructions on what to do, you know? Do you all know how to do this? Am I just a dummy? I don't know. Somebody's going to have to show me how to work it. I just kind of thought that maybe you, because this has like a little hole in the tip. It will show it. And then it's almost like a spray bottle. It just doesn't have the little thing. And then it has like the little... I don't know. Why wouldn't you just pour it in the bottle versus... I don't know. I feel like a dummy. I don't know. I'm going to not waste y'all's time trying to figure it out. I'll have to read about that. I'm sure it's a dupe for something that has instructions, and or somebody will post it on TikTok or something, how to do it. Anyway, so I got that. This was the bigger size. They had some smaller ones. They had them in 3 colors. I can't remember, like blue, maybe green. I can't remember. Maybe pink. Pink, blue. I don't know. And then they had black. So I just grabbed the one because I'm not sure if it's even something that I would want. Because like I said, I don't understand why you don't just pour it in. Like, I guess if it was like a cream or something like that, like a lotion. But even at that, you can still pour it. But I don't know. Other thing I bought was they had these cutting mats. It is a flexible cutting mat. I got the Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles. I can't talk. And they had Smurfs. You know, they've got a lot of these items out. They had Mickey. They had... Why can't I think of anything? Lilo and Stitch. They had several. We'll just say several. So they had the cutting mats. You know, they've got like the, is it wax paper or why can't I talk, y'all? The other paper, not the wax paper, but the other paper, the parchment paper. There we go. They had the characters on that. And then they also had these reusable snack bags, and they had the silicone breakfast molds. Now, my son always liked Ninja Turtles growing up. He's not going to like this now. Don't get me wrong. If I sent him in his lunch this, he would kill me probably because he's 11 and he would be so embarrassed. And then this is like a silicone mold, like a breakfast mold. You can do fun-shaped pancakes and eggs in it. I just thought it was cute. And what a cute idea to make like a gift set. You could, you know, if you had, you know, if your grandkids for like their, you know, for Christmas, for like their stocking, if you know, grandma does a stocking for them and you want something that's not, you know, a bunch of candy because they're already getting a ton of candy. And so it's hard to come up with things for kids that is not candy, that's smaller, that, you know, is not like a big gift. And so you want to come up with stuff. Well, this would be cool. You know, you have the little mat, which, you know, they can use it for, they don't have to use it in the kitchen. They can use it for their Play-Doh, you know. And then, or you can like say, well, it's a day that we can, you know, make pancakes and you can cut up the fruit or, you know, something with help, obviously. And then the little snack bags for their lunches, things like that. They would totally love that. Like, this is such a great gift idea, and what a good time. So grandparents, find out what your grandkids like and snatch these up, because it's a great idea. And I also noticed that they had I move these without them falling. Where they had the little, in this, I think it's this brand, the Sure Fresh. They had the sandwich bags that are Arthur, and then there was another one, but they're the plastic ones. I noticed that, which my daughter was little, she would have loved. She liked watching Arthur when she was little, but you know, kids these days, I don't know if they watch PBS or not. I also picked up the scented garbage bags. This is for the 8-gallon. I was like, Dollar Tree, make it make sense. They had, okay, so you get 28 bags, 8 gallons. It's scented. And what is this? Lemon scented. And I think they had lavender. Then they had the 13-gallon ones. And you get 35 bags. Same price. Like, what? Why not give us 35 in these little ones? Anyways, whatever. I would have got the 13-gallon one would have been way too big. I have a like this little, I hauled this last week and I haven't even put it up yet. But the little trash can I got last week for my son. And then I have, you know, like the little other cans around the house too, which I can use Dollar Tree bags for some of those. But there's one I have that's a little too big for the Dollar Tree bags or Walmart bags. They're too small for it. So you have to buy this size bag for them. And then what else did I get? I got a book, y'all. I couldn't resist. It says Smells Like Tween Spirit by Laura Gelman. And it just spoke to me because it's like talking about this year, as her son joins the ranks of the PMS wrestlers, Jen faces mystifying new social dynamics with her trademark combination of reluctance and resigned acceptance. The sights and smells of her son's wrestling matches are more than enough for her to deal with, but Jen also finds herself fully immersed in sports mom competitiveness. These parents all seem perfectly unassuming until their kids start to wrestle, and then some become raging momsters. Jen steels herself for the indignities of middle school life, but she cannot quite fathom the extents to which some kids and moms will go for the sweet taste of victory. And to this, some truly bizarre encounters with students from her spin class and deeper challenges managing her parents. And Jen has more gum than she can chew. And even her riotously funny one-liners might not get her through this time. Anyways, it kind of spoke to me. So I know last week I didn't even get a book. I was proud of myself, and I try to stay out of there. There is one thing I got in the teaching tree section, and my son is going to absolutely hate it, but he's kind of got like, not raging ADHD, but a little bit. And he has a hard time staying on track with things that he's supposed to do. You can't tell him to do 2 things and he'll remember them. So I saw this. It's a chore chart. How cute is it? And anyways, I thought I could do a little checklist for him to keep up with what he needs to get done in a day. And we won't have to tell his friends about it. We'll just keep it a secret, you know, that it has sharks and things like that on it. But but just so that he can keep up with what he needs to do daily, as far as forgetting his lunch, forgetting his name badge for school, forgetting, you know, he's just so forgetful on things. And so I just thought this would be helpful, that he can kind of go down the list and make sure he has everything before he leaves the house, things he needs to get done for the day, and we'll be good. So anyways, and then one other thing, well, two, I guess, that I got, and I'm excited to open these. I had looked at these before. Oh, my nose is itching like the dickens, y'all. I was looking at these before, and I didn't get them because I was a little irked with the price increase. This is out of the markup aisle, or whatever you call it, the Dollar Tree Plus. I'm so sorry. My nose is itching like crazy. But anyways, so I got 2 of the little blankets. After pricing stuff at other stores, I realized that, and these were still marked $5. So this one store I went into, I was like, okay, well, $5 is not that bad. I'll go ahead and get them. You know, like I had resigned, like, okay, $5 is not bad. So I'll go ahead and get them. And I get up to the checkout, and they were $6. But I didn't. I could have, if there hadn't been a line behind me, I might have said, you know what, I don't want them. But I got this. Isn't this pretty? I needed some fall stuff. I don't have hardly anything to decorate with fall. When I moved, I guess I downsized a lot more than I thought I had. And I went up thinking I had a whole tote of fall stuff. Opened the tote, and there's like 2 or 3 things in it. I'm like, wow. So I had to go to Hobby Lobby today, and I'm just like depressed with all the prices, y'all. It's crazy. So I'm going to have to, it's going to be a slim decorating season, and then keep at it with like the, going to Goodwill and things like that, because I can't pay those full prices. But anyways, $6 a piece for these. I think they're both really pretty, and we each have a recliner, so I'll put one on each recliner to kind of zhuzh it up around here, make it look a little more like fall. And they're really soft, so I really like both of them. Anyway, so that is my haul. Actually, sorry you guys, I'm like losing it. The jars. I thought these were just sitting right here in front of me, and I was about to miss them. So I found these jars. They're the Alta fluted glass canister with acacia wood lid. I kind of want to go back because I wasn't thinking when I just got 2. Because, when I got them, I'm like, I don't know what I need these for, but they had pink and they had green. I don't really need them for anything, but they're just so pretty. And for $1.25, I couldn't leave them. I wanted to take them home with me, but I didn't realize that, because I wasn't thinking about it, the lids don't really match each other. They're totally different colors. I don't know that in the long run if that really matters that much. But these do stack nicely. And I have seen somebody else haul them, and they have the taller ones. Like they're about, I don't know if they're as tall as these 2 stacked, but maybe a little bit. I couldn't tell really. It was on, on video, but they do, yeah, they're airtight, food safe, stackable, space saving. These are 15.21 ounces. This is great for storing dry goods like coffee beans, nuts, teas, herbs, spices, grains, and more. So they're just so pretty. So I grabbed a couple. If I see the bigger ones, I'll probably grab a couple of those if I happen to find them. So far I haven't. And then I also saw somebody else had hauled the, I don't know if it's SureFresh brand, but they have like the airtight vacuum seal containers, which I don't really know what I need that for either. I do have like, things like, well, nuts and raisins and that I keep in, in the pantry. So I would use it for that. But nuts, raisins, coconut flakes, things like that maybe. So that's my haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found something on that you can add to your list. Maybe go to your local Dollar Trees and find some of this stuff if it's something that you're interested in. And just of note, that eyeliner, look, like I had to rub hard and it's just kind of smudging. That's some good eyeliner, just so y'all know. So anyways, I will see you guys next week in my next haul. Have a great day. Bye.